Good afternoon, my fellow classmates. My name is Abbas Shah, and today I'm going to be telling you why social media has more negative effects than positive ones. Every day, over 4.8 billion people scroll through social media. We watch videos, compare our lives to others, and refresh our feeds over and over. But studies now show something important. The more time we spend on social media, the higher our levels of anxiety, depression, and loneliness become. What was supposed to connect us is actually pulling many people apart on the inside. Think about your own habits for a moment. How many times have you opened Instagram, TikTok, or Snapchat without even realizing it? In the United States, the average person checks their phone 144 times a day. Teens alone spend nearly 5 hours a day on social media, affecting their grades, sleep, confidence, and overall well-being. This is a part of all of our lives, even if we don't notice how much it influences us. Today, my speech will explain why social media has more negative effects than positive ones. First, I'll discuss the problems it creates, especially mentally. Next, I'll share realistic solutions that can help reduce these harms. And finally, I'll show what the future could look like depending on whether we take these steps or ignore the issue. Let's begin by looking at the major problems caused by social media. What is the problem? The first major issue is the impact of social media on mental health. Research now directly links heavy social media use to increased depression, anxiety, and lower self-esteem. One reason is constant comparison. Every day we see perfectly edited photos, unrealistic lifestyles, and people highlighting reels. Even if we don't know it's fake, it still affects how we see ourselves. This often leads to body image issues, feeling not good enough, and constant pressure to keep up. Another problem is misinformation and addiction. Social media is one of the biggest sources of false information, and studies show that fake news spreads 6 times faster than real news. Kind of crazy. That means millions of people are reacting to and believing things that aren't even true. On top of that, social media is designed to be addictive. It's designed. The endless scrolling, constant notifications, and personalized algorithms keeps users checking their phones again and again, even if they don't realize how much they're doing it. Now that we understand the seriousness of the problem, let's talk about what we can do to fix it. What is the solution? One effective solution is to set healthy boundaries with social media. Studies show that limiting social media use to just 30 minutes a day significantly improves mood and decreases anxiety. Small changes like turning off notifications can reduce checking your phone constantly and help people feel more in control instead of letting an app control their attention or control their day even. Another solution is improving digital literacy. When people understand how algorithms work, they become less influenced by unrealistic content that they see online. Schools that teach digital responsibility see fewer issues with cyberbullying, misinformation, and online drama. When users know how to navigate social media safely, they make smarter choices and reduce many of the negative effects. So, what happens if we take these steps? Or if we don't? Let's look into the future. If we continue using social media the way we do now, the negative effects will only get worse. Rising rates of depression, anxiety, and loneliness, especially among teens and young adults. Misinformation will spread even faster as AI-generated content becomes harder to identify. Fake facts, manipulated images, and false stories will continue to shape public opinion in very bad ways. Without action, we risk a generation that feels more disconnected and insecure than ever before. But if we make changes, the future can look very different. When people set boundaries, they sleep better, they feel more confident, and spend more time on a real relationship rather than online ones. With stronger digital education, users become less influenced by fake content and more aware of the tactics used to manipulate them. Social media can become a healthier place, a tool for learning, real connection, and community instead of stress and comparison. Now to sum it all up. Social media may offer entertainment and connection, but its negative effects, especially on mental health, misinformation, and addictive behavior, are far greater than the positives. The solution isn't deleting every app, it's becoming more intentional and responsible about how we use them. So what can you do? Start by setting limits on your phone. Turn off unnecessary notifications, question what you see, and don't assume every image or post represents reality. Protect your mental health the same way you protect your physical health. I want to close this thought. Imagine how different life would feel if your mood wasn't controlled by likes, if your self-worth wasn't shaped by strangers, and if your attention wasn't being pulled in 100 different directions. The future of social media truly is in our hands. The choice we make today can shape how we think, feel, and live tomorrow. I want to thank you for your time today, and I hope you use this information to gain control and succeed. Good luck.